angels, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you haven't been here before, welcome. I am so excited to have you. My name is Tay, and I'm a psychic healer here in Kailua, Hawaii, also on YouTube. So today we're going to do a pick a card reading all about your path forward. Are you on the right path? This is a question I ask myself all the time, and I know that you do too. So we're going to look into this a little deeper and see, are you going the right direction? Do you need to be redirected at all? Is there anything you need to know? But first, I need you to choose one of these three piles. I have three piles for you to choose from. Pile 1 is on the left with the moon, pile 2 is in the center with the butterfly, and pile 3 is to the right with the clear quartz. So you can pause the video if you want, take a second, meditate on these piles, see which one is right for you, and then you can go ahead and scroll down to my description box where I will put all of the timestamps for these piles, and you can just click on it and it will take you directly to your part of the reading. Alright, I'll see you in your pile. What's up, pile 1? If you chose the moon, this is going to be a reading all about whether or not you're on the right path and maybe what you could possibly or potentially do differently to get you on the right path. So first to start, I pulled a few oracle cards and then I'm just gonna do the tarot on the camera. But what I'm seeing, first I got beware nostalgia. So there's a sense of you feeling like you're in a slump, like you're exhausted mentally, physically. There could be underlying depression, there could be depression here. But there's a lot of focus on the past. There's a lot of focus on what could have been, but will never be. Or what should have been, or what I should have done. And there's a sense of, just reminiscing on the past too much. It's become an overindulgence. Like, for example, nostalgia, like we think about it, we think about like a song our parents sang to us or a song we would hear in the car and we're like, oh, that's very nostalgic, that was good. But then there's a sense of overindulging in nostalgia, which is like taking it to the extreme and trying to bring it into this reality when this time has passed. And so the first message is you're living too much in the past and not able to live in the present. And how can you move on to the future if you're still in the past? If you're not even in the present? It's like a stepping stool, past, present, future. How can you move forward if you're still 2 steps behind? And so, are you on the right path? Not exactly. And the next card is burn the idols. So there's a sense of you over-idolizing people, whether it's their lives, whether it's their jobs, whether it's their friends, their relationships. And it's okay to have inspo, like a Pinterest board or what is the board called? Where you put it all on the board. It's like an imagination board, but it's not. It's like you put all of your ideas on the board and then it comes to life. It's like a manifestation board. I'm going to think of it soon, and I'll let you know. But it's like, that's okay. But it's almost to the extreme of believing that other people's lives are better than yours, and that it's unachievable for you. And that's not true, because we don't know truly how other people are living. We don't know what they're dealing with. We don't know what they're thinking. We don't know the depths of their relationships, the depths of their money, the depths of their career. We truly don't know any of it. We can create it in our minds and believe something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. And so the first thing Spirit wants to touch on is to get on the right path, you have to stop focusing on the past and stop focusing on other people and turn this attention back inward. Because I do have another few oracle cards here. So the first one is happiness. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. And because I feel this heavy energy on you, this slump energy or this void energy or this escape escapism energy, in the sense of you're trying to escape your reality and maybe live in a past reality or somebody else's reality. And that's okay. We've all done this. I'm not judging you. Nobody's judging you. Don't judge yourself. We've all done this. But Spirit wants to direct you in how to get out of this, in how to move past the sadness, the slump, the feeling exhausted, feeling like you're in the void and not knowing where to go or what to do. And so one sign that you're on the right path is when you're happy. And so Spirit wants you to focus on things that make you happy, whether this is talking to people who make you happy, doing things that make you happy, like writing, singing, dancing, having a good time, like whatever it is. It could be simple, like watching a movie, watching a show, being outside, taking a walk, planting, playing with your animals, going to a pet store and just petting the animals. It could be anything. Spirit wants you to, number one, focus on the small things that make you happy so you understand what happiness feels like. And I know that's hard for maybe you to hear, in the sense of, wow, like reflecting back, like, when do I feel happy? And maybe you have to understand what makes you happy. And that's a journey in itself, but it's a good journey, because once you understand what makes you happy, the path becomes lit up, because you follow the path that feels good, and you're not going to follow the path that feels like shit, feels like, oh, depression is that way, I'm going to go that way. No, when you start to know what makes you happy, you're going to follow the happier path, and you're going to know which way to go. Next, I have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So, based on the idea that you're living in the past, and maybe you've experienced some loss. Some of you have lost your mother, your father, siblings, relationships, friends. But the thing is that this loss just shows you how important this person or this thing was. And it does give you this sense of love and this sense of memories, and something that you can cherish for long term. And it's an opportunity to appreciate what you did have and appreciate the good times, but also to reflect on the whole situation, not necessarily live in it or regret it, because what good does it do to regret anything in our life? Like, we have to find forgiveness, because if we live in regret, we live in anger, we live in holding on to things, we never allow ourselves to be happy. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, it's like a really loud plane. But it just seems like this is something in your mind that becomes really loud. It becomes like the only focus that you can focus on. And while you should take time to mourn things that you've lost, you should also take times to appreciate what you had, and to reflect on the more positive side of things. So yes, there's a negative side and there's a painful side of mourning and feeling the deep sadness, but there's a positive side of being grateful for what once was, and understanding that in this gratitude you can find the greatness in what is to come or what is to be. And so it's kind of flipping the perspective, shifting it, the other side of the coin. Next, we have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So this goes back to your happiness. Tap in with yourself. What makes you happy? Is it coloring? Is it singing, writing? Like I said, embrace this part of you. You don't have to do it in front of people. This could be behind closed doors. This could be you just trying to get to know yourself. Like, I know for the longest time I never danced. Now I dance all the time, and I dance horribly. But I feel good. It makes me happy. Like, I actually raise my vibration, raise my positivity when I'm dancing. And so they're saying use your imagination and tap into that creative side of you. Tap into your sacral chakra. This is the energy that we hold right here, 2 inches below the belly button. This is where our creative ideas are, our passions are, our sexual energy is. And this is an energy center that you can tap into and connect with and try to understand, like, you know, maybe meditating to this area, looking up guided meditations. Maybe you start doing chanting for this area. If you want to chant, the chant for this area is Vam. And so there's just different ways you can tap into this. Next we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And I completely understand that when you're in a slump, when you're feeling exhausted, when you're feeling drained, the last thing you want to do is necessarily be healthy, but the best thing to do is be healthy. Because when you're depressed, I've been there, I understand. When you're depressed, it's like you just want to eat like shit, or you want to not go to the gym, or not take care of your responsibilities, or not reach back out to the people who love you. But when you do these things, it helps you. It helps you get out of the darkness. And I'm not saying you have to be on this strict regimented schedule, but it's just in a sense of finding a balance. Finding a balance between laying around and resting and trying to recuperate, and doing things that are good for your health, good for your body, good for your brain, good for your heart, good for your soul. Just getting out in nature, things like this. Next I have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So this is really a practice that we have to commit to. I'm definitely guilty of not doing this and being negative and seeing the worst case scenarios and thinking the worst case scenarios. But in reality, when we focus on the negative things start to come to us because we are attracting it. We are in that vibration, and so it is finding us. And so Spirit is saying commit to being more positive, commit to seeing the brighter side of things, the happier side of things. Bring more love into the situation. Next we have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So any friend that you have in your life, the message here is that we don't need to set friends to this high standard or put them on a pedestal and believe that because they're our friend they have to do all of these things, because it's not the case. Every single person is in our life for a specific purpose, a different reason, whether it's to teach us a lesson, to show us love, to show us worth, to maybe just be helpful, like be of service to us. There are different, not everyone is meant to fulfill the same needs. And so there's a sense of just kind of understanding that maybe one person's spot in your life or one person's reason to be in your life is not the same as the next person. So we can't really hold people to these standards, and instead we can bring more love into the situation and just understand maybe this person is meant for this purpose, or we not necessarily reading too deeply into it, but not putting too high of standards on people, because there's a sense of you putting this standard to people that they can't obtain, and then you being disappointed by it. And so Spirit wants you to not lower your standards. Don't let people treat you badly, but don't expect everything from one person, because not everybody is meant for that reason. I hope this makes sense. Okay, I'm going to just place these down here. So now we're going to get into the tarot. So Spirit, show me, is pile 1 on the right path in their life? Spirit, show me. Pile 1, is pile 1 on the right path? So your mind is just very clouded right now. You're not really sure which way to go. You know how you chose the moon on your little hanging on the wall thing? So the moon is all about illusions, okay? So there's a lot of illusions going on in your life. And this is a time to look inward. This is your subconscious mind screaming at you, please dig deeper and find the answers. Solve the mystery. Solve the mystery that is going on, that you're not sure which way to go. You're not sure which way to look. You're not sure which way to walk or act. And Spirit is saying the answers you need are within you, but you have to dive deep. You have to go into that subconscious mind, connect the subconscious and the conscious, bring them into union. Because right now there's just such a battle in your mind. There's such a battle in your life, such a battle to do the things you want to do, to focus on the things you want to focus on, to think the things you want to think. It's just a constant battle. Should I get up? I don't want to get up. Should I go to the gym? No, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go on a walk. I'm not going to go on a walk. should I say this? Oh, I don't think I should say this. It's like you're not connecting the two, and so it's becoming just like this jumble, and it's exhausting you. Spirit, tell me more about, it just feels, it feels messy, like chaotic, like, you know, my sister used to tell me, she was dealing with a lot of depression, and she's like, oh, you know, don't go in my room, like, or maybe she asked me to get something from her room, and she's like, sorry, depression stormed 5,000, and it was just really chaotic in her room. And it makes sense, like, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world, and there's a lot of chaos going on, and it might feel like everything is moving fast, and you're like, I just don't know where to go. I don't know how to grasp on this situation. I don't know how to move forward. And it's like you so desperately want to move forward, but it feels like you might feel dependent on others to move you forward. And Spirit wants you to call on the inner strength inside of you, because you have this strength to move forward on your own. Yes, others can help you, others can be there for you, but it's finding this strength within to connect yourself to your conscious energy, to your conscious or your subconscious energy, your subconscious mind, and to call on yourself. It's like putting more into you and knowing that you can handle this, respecting yourself, honoring yourself, and believing in yourself, having faith. Because looking outward for people to help us will never allow us to get the outcome that we want, and it will never allow us to see our potential in the way that our potential can be seen. Because by focusing on, you know, I need someone to help me get out of this, you're not believing in yourself or your strength. And Spirit really wants you to believe in yourself, because you have everything that you need. It's just your mind that's stopping you. It's your mind that's stopping you and making you believe that you don't have what you need to move forward, that you don't have the strength or will to go on. But the thing is that you have this. It is just deep inside of you, and you have to dive deep in there to get it out. And Spirit just wants to say that once you do, you're going to be so abundant. So abundant. And my sister keeps popping up because, you know, she was living with me and she was really struggling. And she had no, like, direction or felt no purpose. And I was worried about her. And, you know, it hasn't been long, and she is so successful. She is so abundant, and that's what these cards are showing. When you find that purpose, that path that's in you, you're going to be abundant, like hella abundant. And I'm telling you, my sister is so abundant. I have not met someone more abundant than her. She is killing it. Like, she started her own business, killing it. She's only 21, and trust me, she's abundant, okay? And this is the energy that you're giving off. It's like you have so much potential. You have so much going for you. You have so much strength. But it's time to call on that strength inside of you. You don't need anybody else to come and save you, to come and do things for you. You can do it yourself. That's the thing. And you have to believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, you achieve the most beautiful, amazing things that, like, you're going to be shocked at yourself, okay? The card flew over there, and let me go get it. So you're going to be shocked at yourself, because the things that you can achieve when you dive deep are going to feel like you're so passionate. You're going to feel like it's so important to you. It's so good. It feels so good. It feels so fun. It's going to fill your cup. And I feel like you might be struggling on finding your direction, because you don't necessarily fit in with the status quo. You are different. You're not meant to be like working a corporate job, a 9 to 5, and everyone around you is probably doing that. And so your story is so different, and it's hard to fit in or to believe in ourselves or to understand what we're going through when no one around us serves as a a real life example of what you want. So that goes back to the whole idolizing situation. Then you could be like, you know, looking at different people on Instagram, on TikTok, on social media, and idolizing this version of who you want to be. But the thing is that they're not who you want to be. You are who you want to be deep inside. You just have to find this person. Spirit, tell me more. It's like brighter days are coming for you. Celebration is coming for you. Happiness is coming for you. Union with yourself. And it's the thing is that Spirit wants you to find union between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind to illuminate the truth and to stop these illusions from clouding your mind and clouding your life. Because when you can find union between your subconscious and conscious mind, you will know exactly where to go. You're a very psychic person, very empathic. You probably feel so deeply and you're just like struggling in the human experience. And I can relate to this. And so Spirit is saying like you will know the path. But the only thing you have to do is connect and find union between your subconscious and your conscious mind. Our conscious reality is like, you know, what we're living in, what we're seeing, but our subconscious is like the deep desires and what our body is telling us, what our intuition is telling us, what the divine is telling us. We're so connected. Our subconscious mind holds the Akashic records, holds all this wisdom. Right now you might feel like you're alone and you just don't really know how to connect the two, how to connect the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. First, Spirit wants you to focus on inspiration. Not on idolizing anybody, but on inspiration. So we have that it's a vision board, okay? That's what it is, a vision board. Creating a vision board, seeing what potential is out there for you. This is like, you know, maybe you are researching different professions and different ideas, or you're meditating and you're seeing what comes up. Like you're focusing on your creative endeavors, and those creative endeavors are popping up like inspirational ideas, anything. And so Spirit wants you to connect with that so you can see what else is out there for you, because what you're doing currently right now is not it. And it feels like, oh, doomsday. It feels like this is not like, what the fuck am I doing here? And Spirit wants you to really commit to finding something more, because there's something more, but you have to listen and not be clouded by your current reality of this unhappiness or this trying to escape your reality and be in someone else's reality, or maybe in a past reality that felt better. Because I'm telling you, there is a lot of happiness coming for you. I'm not gonna lie and like make this shit up, okay? I wouldn't make this shit up. There's a lot of stability. There's a lot of happiness coming for you. You just have to literally find it within yourself, okay? This sounds like a hard task, and I mean, it sounds like an easy task, but it's not an easy task, okay? And I understand that it's not an easy task, and you might feel like, I have no plan. I don't know how the fuck to get this information out of me. Like, what are you talking about? Spirit, how can I give them guidance? First, you need to find balance in your life. Things in moderation. Everything in moderation, okay? Moderation between the material world and the spiritual world. Moderation in things that you eat, things that you drink, things that you watch, screen time. Moderation in keeping your body healthy. There needs to be more balance. When there's more balance within your life, your mind becomes clear. That's the first step. Spirit, tell me more. Okay. The second one is try not to place, remember we talked about friends and how they're all in your life for a different reason? Try not to place such, you know, there's a sense of you pushing yourself out and isolating yourself based on this idea that people don't live up to your expectations. And so Spirit is saying don't put expectations on people, because that is always going to make you feel alone or feel like someone didn't do enough for you, okay? Oh, it just started pouring rain out there. Okay, so Next, Spirit wants you, so, don't place expectations on people. Just allow people to be who they are and you be who you are. And some people will show up in your life who are above and beyond and amazing. And other people will show up in your life just to, teach you something. And it's okay. We just have to accept this. Next, we have the Emperor. And Spirit wants you to create rules and structure for yourself. This is really about structure, having a plan of what am I going to do today? Am I going to cook? And it's sticking to it. I don't even know if this rain is loud that you can't hear me, so I'm just going to be yelling a little bit, but it's sticking to the plan and understanding the plan and not making excuses for why you're not going to do the plan. And then Spirit wants you to know that this too shall pass. Energy is always shifting. Energy is always changing. We go through highs and we go through lows. But if we focus and stay in this idea that this low is here forever, then we're attracting this low to stay longer than it needs to stay. And so Spirit wants you to shift the perspective, shift the mind to more positive, and believe this too shall pass. Energy is always shifting and changing, and tomorrow could feel 10 times better. 5 hours from now could feel 10 times better. Sometimes we're in situations where we gather information and we want to react right now. And I was just talking to my mom about this. In all the times that I react right now, I'm the one who ends up apologizing or feeling guilty or feeling bad because I didn't take a time to process my emotions and to understand them. And if I would have just taken time and understand that this energy will pass and I will have a clear mind, then I could have saved myself from a whole mess, right? Spirit, is there anything else you want to end this Okay, so Spirit also wants you to focus on your self-care, okay? And the one thing that is coming up in this card is Spirit wants you to love everything about yourself. Think about, so the Empress is someone who, she loves the weeds and she loves the flowers. She loves everybody. She's unbiased. She doesn't have any opinions about anybody off the bat. She's not judgmental. Spirit is saying stop judging yourself. Start loving yourself. Love every single aspect of yourself. That is your homework, your self-care. And this will help you get to the path you want to be. So it's just, loving every part of yourself. And this takes work. Diving in deeper with yourself, Not isolating yourself from people who do care about you. Not putting them to this high standard or this expectation. Just allowing them to be who they are and you be who you are. And that's okay. The right people will show up for you. And Spirit, is there anything else? This too shall pass, Spirit, anything else you want to end this reading with? Spirit just wants you to know brighter days are coming, way brighter days, but you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, then it leaves you in that low. And if you believe it, it gets you to that high much, much faster. So this is the reading I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a comment. Please like the video. Let me know how it resonates for you. I would love your feedback. If you're interested, I post readings on TikTok. I post workouts and readings on Instagram. Same channel handle, TarotXTayFit. I also do personal readings, and I'm an online personal trainer, and I do Reiki healing. So if you're interested in any of this, my email's down below, as well as my website, and you can hit me up with any questions you might have. Alright, thank you. I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. What's up, pile 2? If you chose the butterfly in the little oyster, this is going to be a reading all about if you're on the right path. So, first to start off, I got that oyster with a butterfly in it from my best friend when I moved here to Hawaii. And on the paper it says the world is your oyster. And it's all about new opportunities, about growth, about change, and about being in the right place. And so the message for you is that yes, you're on the right path, but there are some things that you need to be aware of. So I pulled a few oracle cards before the reading, and then I'm going to do the tarot on the camera. But the first one I got is burn the idols. There's a sense of you maybe focusing on other people's successes, focusing on other people's lives or how they do things, versus how you do things. So maybe one person achieved it this way, but that's not how you're going to achieve it. And so stop focusing on how they achieved it. Okay? That's what Spirit wants me to tell you. Because the message is you're not going to achieve it the same way that other people achieved it. You're going to achieve it in your own way. And so you need to start focusing on yourself and what you do. Because what you do is different. It makes you unique. And that is how you get to where you want to be. See? She got to where she wants to be. So next we have fear. I realized that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yes, when you're living in fear, there's no love in this situation. Because fear is all about worst case scenario thinking, bad outcomes, negativity. There's no love in negativity. There's no love in worst case scenario thinking. And Spirit wants you to focus on this idea and understand that it's time to bring more love into the situation. It's time to shift from the negative to the positive. Okay, sorry, the phone rang. And you know, everything that happens in the readings is always a reflection of what's going on in your energy. And so while you're on the right path, there could also be a lot of distractions, such as people calling you, people asking you for things, people wanting things. You just, you know, your phone dings, your phone rings, and you attend to it quickly. So that's just a side note. Anyways, shifting out of fear. So Spirit really wants you to shift out of that fearful mindset. And you're very self-aware. I am seeing that. I'm seeing that you're very self-aware. You're very organized. You're very on top of things. Things are clean. Things are put together. But there's a sense of bringing more awareness to the fears that you have and working on transmuting them. Changing the fears into inspiration or the fears into love. And you'll be okay with that, okay? So Spirit just wants you to become aware of it. Next, I have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So there's a sense, okay, you're on the right path. Spirit wants you to know that. But you might not feel like it. You might feel like you're lost and you don't know which way to go and you don't know which direction you're going and which way, where am I? And Spirit's like, no, you're here. And because you're feeling a little bit lost, you might start to blame others, or you might start to feel angry, or you might start to feel these emotions that are tumultuous and they're not easy to sit in your body. And so because you're feeling these emotions, you're agitated, you're antsy, you're not feeling like you could be in a new place. You could have just moved to a new place. You could be in a new job. You don't have to be. But there's some form of new life and new phase opening for you. And so when we're going through this phase, it's a change and it's hard and it's a challenge and it comes with fears and it comes with emotion. And so when you're going through these emotions, it is sometimes hard to navigate. But Spirit is saying, don't blame others. Just focus back in on yourself. See, what are these emotions telling you? What are you feeling? Trust yourself, because you're the magician. You have all the qualities, all the skills, all the talents, everything you need to be successful, and you're on the right path, and you're going to be successful, but you just have to take fears and blame and guilt out of the equation. Easy, right? I know it's hard. It's not easy. But you can do this by focusing a little bit more on your self-care, focusing on resting when you need to rest. Like just listening to your body. You're very intuitive, and there's a sense of you just like feeling like you have to go, or feeling like you have to do a bunch of things. Sorry, Oreo. Feeling like you have to do everything or make everyone comfortable or attend to every message. And Spirit's like, no, you got to set the boundaries, okay? Keep the boundaries, Spirit. Okay, so right now you might be waiting for the results to come in. You're like, okay, I need to see some results. I need to see some results to know that I'm on the right path. And it feels like you're rushing into things and you have no plan and everything is shifting for you and you just feel like you're falling. Well, it's interesting because sometimes you feel like you're falling and sometimes you feel like you're flying. You feel really good, but it's different from what you've been doing, and so you're questioning it. And so sometimes you feel out of balance and it feels like you're falling, and that's when you feel agitated, that's when you feel emotional or angry. But when you feel like you're flying, you feel like you're on top of the world, and that's when you feel like, oh wow, I am connected to my passions. I am where I'm supposed to be. I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I am on the right path. But it's very conflicting because sometimes, because it's different. It's a shift. It's a whole shift. And the thing is that this shift, Spirit, what do you have to say about this shift? This shift is a hopeful experience. It is an opportunity for you to put yourself out there, for you to shine, for you to meet people, for you to be put in the right groups, the right relationships, for you to market yourself, for you to literally jump into the fearlessly unknown and know that the universe will catch you, because you're very connected to the universe. And the universe, you listen to the universe to get here. And now that you've got here, you're questioning it. But the universe led you here. And the universe hasn't done you wrong. Spirit, tell me more. What is this temperance about? So, you really have to not be so hard on yourself. You really have to look at yourself, look at things from a higher perspective and balance it out. Maybe it's a question of, okay, I've only been here 3 weeks and I've already accomplished this and this and this. Versus, I've been here 3 weeks, I'm not doing shit. Like, it's like two sides to the coin, right? And Spirit wants you to look at it from a higher perspective, find more balance, find more grace, give yourself more grace, and be honest with yourself. Like, you're doing good. You're doing good. It doesn't always feel like you're doing good, right? It feels a little lonely, it feels a little scary, and maybe you want it to be more clear cut, and it does feel like things are moving fast and you're not really sure if what you're doing is right. But Spirit wants you to know you're in union with your path. You're in union with where you're going. You know exactly where you're going. You've taken all the right steps. You've gone to all the right places. You've talked to all the right people. You've been in the right energy. This is a very lucky time in your life. This is just like this is the beginning of a commitment that is going to be a very stable commitment, that is going to be very emotionally fulfilling. And this is one thing that you have struggled with, like not feeling 100% emotionally fulfilled. And this is something that can allow you to receive this fulfillment. But you have to remember to rest. Resting is a sign of strength. Resting is a sign of wisdom. Resting is important, and you need to remember to rest. So be easy on yourself. Give yourself some grace. And understand that during this time, this is a time of highs and lows. It's a time of questioning yourself and then believing in yourself. And it is a time that is also very lucky time in your life, and it is moving forward for the better. And Spirit wants you to commit to, what is this commitment about, Spirit? Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this commitment, Spirit. What is this? Cut the deck? Okay. Spirit wants you to commit to being a little bit more logical when it comes to the things you chain yourself to. It's like the devil in your life. The devil is appearing as, your fears. You're blaming people. Your emotions going everywhere. It's like creeping up as forms of you. These are all, the devil in your life are things that make you question yourself. So Spirit, can you tell me more about this? But if you really look at these things that make you question yourself, and you look at them from a more logical perspective, you will realize that they're bullshit. And when you can unchain yourself from the devil, you create more opportunities for yourself because you believe in yourself more. And you create more abundance for yourself because you believe in yourself more. You create more money. You create better energy. You create more restful sleep. You create like less nightmares. And how can they unchain themselves from the devil? Well, for one thing you can do to unchain yourself from the devil is constantly work at unchaining yourself from the devil. And know that the bondage that you have to the devil is by choice. To give into your fears is by choice. To blame things on others is by choice. To let your emotions take over is a choice. To stay evenly tempered and keep things in moderation, this is a choice. It's a choice how we react. And the next thing to help you unchain yourself from the devil is to understand, Spirit, how to explain this a little bit better. The page of words, how to explain this a little bit better. Okay. Is understand that things work better when you allowed. It's almost like, okay, somebody who is like, I got all this on my own, I can do this on my own, and the next phase of your life is a little bit hard to enter, doing it on your own versus letting other people in, letting other energy in. Because when you let other people in, they help you see your potential. If you just only let yourself kind of show you your potential, it's harder for you to see it. And so Spirit doesn't want you to kind of like push others out, more so wants you to embrace others in. But this is new energy. These are people that you're meeting in this new phase of your life. Sorry, my eye is itchy. Spirit, tell me more about this. This could be like around fall time, so like literally right now. Because there's an illusion in your life, and the illusion is that you're having all these nightmares or these like negative thoughts or these fears, and you think that they're real, but they're not real. They're a sign to go inward and understand, what are these nightmares actually about? What are they indicating that you need to tap into, you need to talk about, you need to communicate? Because if you don't tap into them, then you stay chained to the devil, right? Spirit, anything else? This is just a time, so it's like you're on the right path, okay? But this is a time for you to really believe it and to leave your worries behind, to stop questioning yourself, to remember your magic, to tap into your abilities, to tap into your potential, to understand your abundance, to know how abundant you are. And if you weren't, you wouldn't have gotten to where you are right now. And so Spirit just wants you to recognize yourself, recognize your power, recognize who you are. Spirit, is there anything else you want to talk about here? You have to stop worrying about money. You have to stop focusing on money. I forgot to mention this in the beginning, because when you focus only on the money, it makes you exhausted, and it makes you like overthink like how much work you have to do in order to get this money. And then you work, and you find yourself exhausted. And then next thing you know, you're sick, and you have to take this few days off or the week off, or you can't go into work, or you can't create the content, or you can't take care of your animal, whatever. It's anything. Okay, so it puts you actually further behind. Versus if you actually just stopped thinking about the money, and you released and surrendered to the universe, and you understood your abundance and your power, and you focused on your passions, and you believed in yourself. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's constant work. It's like, you are on the right path. Let this be your sign. You're on the right path. You're going the right way. Everything is working out. But you have to stop getting in your own way. You have to believe in yourself every day. I believe in myself. I know where I'm going. I'm following my heart. I'm following my passions. Money will come to me. Money flows to me endlessly. I am abundant. Get out of your fears. Allow yourself to move on from everything in the past that hurts you. Everything that's holding you down. Everything that is just getting in your way. and allow yourself to see the positivity and the abundance of the future, because this next phase of your life is coming whether you like it or not, and it is a beautiful, beautiful phase. So Spirit is saying, get back to your childlike energy that is carefree and it's not worried about money, and allow this abundance to come right in. So this is the message I have for you. I hope you enjoy this reading. If you did, please like it, please comment, let me know how it resonates. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested, I post TikToks. I do readings on there. And on Instagram, I post workouts as well as readings. And I am an online personal trainer, a Reiki healer, and I do personal readings. So if you're interested in any of this, hit me up. My website is down below, as well as my email, and I would love to connect with you soon. All right, I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye. What's up, pile 3? If you chose the clear quartz to the right, this is going to be a reading all about whether or not you're on the right path. And it's interesting because the energy that I'm getting from you is that you're on the right path or you're in the right place, but you are refusing to see that you're in the right place at all, or that you're on the right path at all. And so it's kind of a choice. It's a choice to recognize what's around you, and it's a choice to not get so comfortable with the location that you're at, the place that you're at. Because when you get too comfortable, then you start to think, this is not for you, or this is not the right path. But in the sense, there's so much more room for growth, but you're getting too comfortable. You know that song, Bitch Don't Get Too Comfortable? That song keeps coming up. And so first, I pulled some oracle cards ahead of time, and then I'm going to pull the tarot on camera. But the first card I have here is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Spirit, tell me more about what this card is about. It's this sense of feeling like you don't really have the same opportunities that you did in this day and age or in this spot in time. But the thing is that it doesn't mean that you're in the wrong place. It just means the opportunities have changed. The direction has, it's not even that the direction has changed. The direction is the same, but it's just, it doesn't look the same anymore. And things have evolved, things have grown, because life itself never gets too comfortable. Life knows that it is always changing and evolving and moving, and so are you. But if you don't recognize this, you feel like you have gotten left behind. Next, I have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So in order to make your mind clearer and for you to see your reality for what it is, it's important to take care of yourself. It's important to drink enough water, to get enough sleep, to not get too comfortable. Like, too comfortable in a sense of like, too comfortable in bad habits, too comfortable in sleeping at the wrong times, or sleeping too long, or watching too much TV, or doing things that are not necessarily conducive to your growth. And then we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So you might feel like, oh, in this situation, I don't have creative inspiration. It's just like, it seems like you're blaming where you are or the situation on being in the wrong place, but Spirit is saying you're in the right place at the right time on the right journey. But you have to start seeing it and taking yourself out of the situation, seeing from a higher perspective, putting yourself outside of the box. It's like you're creating these boundaries or this box for yourself that's not allowing you to reach your potential, to see your potential. But in reality, this is all hiding in plain sight. This is the next card. It's like you're in the right spot. It was here all along. It's hiding in plain sight, but you're not seeing it, even though it's right here. And it's right now. And you're here. And the time is now. And the place is right. And so Spirit is also saying, like, you're feeling like you're not getting the answers that you want. Like quiet desperation. It's like you're waiting for the phone to ring and be like, hello, pile 3, you are on the right path. But in reality, the answers you need are right inside of you. It's you waking up one day and answering the phone and realizing you're on the right path and realizing what you need to do to move forward and to get there. There's a sense of maybe you need to change up your energy a little bit, change up your perspective a little bit. So we have be groovy or leave, man. What is killing your vibe? There's something that is killing your vibe, and because it's killing your vibe, it's killing the energy around you, it's killing the creative inspiration, it's killing the drive to move forward on the path that you're already on that is the right path. And Spirit is saying, tag you're in. This is your moment. This is your moment to step into this energy, to shine, to be in the spotlight, but your moment isn't forever. And so capture this moment and take your moments, or let it fall behind and never get the opportunity again. And so, Spirit, tell me more about this. Is pile 3 on the right path? It's like, yeah, you're very abundant materialistically, and tell me more about this, Spirit. Why are you bringing up the money? Like, why is this coming up? Why is the money coming up? Okay. So, Spirit is saying money's not the only thing that's important. Money isn't the only way to know that you're on the right path. While you have an abundance and you are abundant and money does come to you, it's not necessarily money that will be delivered to show you that you're on the right path. So if it's money that you're looking for to indicate that this is 100% the right path at all times, then you're looking for the wrong indicator. There's something about, Spirit, tell me what is the right indicator. The right indicator that you're on the right path is not just money appearing. The right indicator is that things are shifting. It's like you have to shift. You're on the right path, you're in the right spot, but you have to shift something. Something has to shift drastically for you to be able to see your reality, for you to be able to see that you're on the right path. And what has to shift is something regarding money or material things. Spirit, tell me more about this. Explain this a little bit deeper, Spirit. It's like the focus needs to get off of money. Like, I just see you counting your money, focusing on money, thinking about money. It's like you're stacking your money. And when the focus just stays on money and stays so logical, it's going to feel like you're never on the right path. Because do you really love money as much as you're making yourself out to be that you love money? Or do you love what money has to offer you? Do you love the experiences you get to do with money? It's like money, focusing just on money doesn't give you the strength to move forward. Doesn't give you the strength to feel like you're on the right path because it's not fulfilling. Thinking so logically is not fulfilling. Spirit wants you to weigh out both sides. Weigh out the logical and the heart space, like the head and the heart. Like connecting your head and your heart will allow you to see that you're on the right path. You just need to bring the heart into the path. You need to connect back. Like something has to shift, and what has to shift is the logic. You know, you're too logical about it. You're too focused on the money, and you need to be focused more on the heart. So it's not that you're on the wrong path. You're on the right path, but you need to bring more love into the situation. There's this illusion that you have, and it's about time. Time is moving so fast. Spirit, tell me more. It's like you have this illusion that time is moving so fast, and so you can't necessarily switch up what you're doing because time is moving so fast. But then in reality, you're not really doing anything. You're not really moving on the path. You're on the path, but you're not moving forward. It's like you're on the right path. And if time is moving so fast, then why aren't you moving faster? And Spirit's like, you're not moving faster because you're not connected to your heart space. You're only thinking logically, you're only thinking about money, and it's causing you to feel stagnant, it's killing your vibe, and it doesn't feel like, it feels like you need to escape this, and you need to move, and you need to change jobs and careers to feel happy. And Spirit's like, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to shift your perspective. You have to shift your perspective to a mindset that is not necessarily so in your head all the time, and it's more focused on emotional fulfillment. It's focused on the heart space. It's focused on the passion. And I don't know if you heard that. I have no idea what that was, but it sounded like a monster. And I think that the monster in your life is this idea that you keep looking outside. Like, you just see me, that was like actual fear. Like, I got worried that my dog was not okay. Oreo? Oreo? Do you want a treat, Oreo? Okay, she's looking at me. She's fine. She loves treats. But there's like this monster in your life. And the monster in your life is the fact that you're constantly looking outside of yourself for the answers, when the fulfillment could be right here, and you're like, what else is out there for me? I need something else. I need this. I need that. Like, I need to move here. I need to escape. It's like escaping the reality that you're in. And this is a monster in your life because in reality, you don't need to escape it. You just need to examine what you're holding on your plate and examine like what parts are fulfilling, what parts are killing your vibe, what parts feel good, what parts need to go. It's just, there needs to be a shift, a complete shift, a shift in the way you think, a shift in the way you do things. But it's not to say you're on the wrong path. You're on the right path, but there's no necessarily plan in place to make you feel stable and make you feel secure. And the thing is that the story you keep telling yourself is about money and finances and being secure, but then in reality you feel unfulfilled and you're looking elsewhere to escape. And Spirit is saying, rewrite your story, and you can still have the abundance and the finances and the security and stability, but if you bring your passion into what you're doing, you'll have both. You'll have not only the fulfillments, but you'll also have the security. Spirits, tell me more about this. Is pile 3 on the right path? Tell me more about this. It's like, it's interesting because you have the potential to do this. One of two things: exhaust yourself, make yourself feel like shit and be like, this is horrible, I need to get out of here, I need to escape right now, what I have here is not enough for me, I need to go. But you also have the potential in the same place, on the same journey, on the same path, to have it all, to have full emotional fulfillment, happiness, happily ever after. But what is the key that keeps, what is it? What is the key between those, Spirit? What is the key between those two things? What is the, okay, the heart, what we just talked about, the heart and the passions. You connect to the heart and you connect to the passions, and you have this fulfillment. You neglect the heart and you neglect the passions, and you have this exhaustion. So in this same path, on the same journey forward, you could have exhaustion and escapism, and you like feel like you want to run the hell away, or you can have heartfelt fulfillment, abundance, and also stability and security. So it's so interesting because it's like you really just have to shift one small thing, and that shift is listening to the inner callings of your heart. But there's something that is so, like, you just hold on to money so much, you hold money so tightly, and you put money on a pedestal. And in reality, do you want to hold the money and love the money and like put the money on the pedestal and watch the money? No, it's like you use the money to buy crystals that you put and you think they're so beautiful, and that makes your heart feel good, and you're like, ooh, that's good. Or you use the money and you buy some plants and you're like, wow, these plants make me feel so good. This is my heart energy. This is passion. This is love. So there's a sense that you have to like let go of the money and tap into the heart. What is fulfilling? What will the money buy that is fulfilling? Spirit, anything else you want to talk about here? Okay. There just needs to be a balance between working hard and giving yourself love. Relaxing, resting, getting a facial, getting a massage, going to the spa, and working your ass off, going hard, grinding, you know? There needs to be a balance. And right now there's not necessarily a balance, so it feels like you just want to escape. And I don't blame you. I would feel like I want to escape too. But the thing is that you don't have to escape. When your heart is blocked, yeah, you want to escape, but when your heart is open, you're able to feel so much more fulfilled. You're able to fill your cup. You're able to leave your worries behind and not feel like you need to escape out of the place that you're in right now. Spirit, is there anything else you want to talk about here? It's just like a battle of your mind. You have to shift your mind. How do they shift their mind? You connect to your passions. So how can they connect to their passions, Spirit? Go golfing. Buy some paints. Draw on a coloring book. Go bowling. I don't know what your passions are, you know? Walk your dog outside. Go hiking. Go to the beach. Go snowboarding. It's like, go horseback riding. Stand up for what you believe in. There's a sense of you having like strong beliefs, but you don't stand up for them. You don't fight behind them. This could be something about like an organization. This could be you volunteering for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming up. It's like connect to those passions. It's like I feel like you do really like to help other people. Offering a helping hand for people when they're in need. For when people feel low. That takes heart space energy. That takes passion. Spirit, anything else? I don't even know how this card got back in here, but like pouring into others, being that angelic earth angel energy. Like you like to be that energy, but you've been so focused on money and finances that you're not really rested. You don't even think about being able to like go and pour into others because you're not even pouring into yourself. All you're focused on is business and finances and being logical and not being connected to your emotions and thinking about how much you want to leave this place behind that you're in right now. But Spirit is saying like all the answers are hiding in plain sight. Everything you need is right here. So stop focusing on what's wrong and start focusing on the potential that you have. So this is a message that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please drop a like, please comment, let me know how it resonated, and please subscribe to my channel. I also post readings on TikTok, same handle, TarotXTayFit, and Instagram. I also do workouts on there. I'm an online personal trainer. I offer personal readings and Reiki healing. If you're interested in any of this, hit up my website down below. I also have my email there, so you can hit me up on my email, any questions you may have. And I will definitely see you in my next reading. Bye.